You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to My Star Wars Life, a look at news, reviews, and other happenings from a galaxy far, far away. Here are your hosts, Scotty and JD.
It's Andor days.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Cool.
It's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it is Tuesday.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we're looking at 2 for Tuesday. We're looking at episode 2.
I bet we smell because we've been in these clothes for at least 24 hours now.
I took a shower.
I wash them.
Dude, the last
I don't know what you've
since
been
the
doing.
last episode.
Yes,
Yeah,
the last
there you go.
episode.
Nicely done.
Right?
Had a whole day.
I just sweat, so suffer.
It's all right, baby. It's all right. I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by, as always, our Jedi Master
Hello,
and our Jedi Knight.
other
Casa.
Jedi, and our other Force.
I'm so tired.
You know what? That's
so
fine.
tired.
That's fine. I'll just be one of the children in the wilderness.
All right, Lord of the Flies.
One of the
Caleb.
alpha kids. We are now doing Cassian Andor episode 2. The world would be me, or excuse me, that would be me. I can't read. That would be me.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be so long.
This is gonna be great.
See, this is why I had this.
Yeah, he's smart.
Mine's over.
Also directed by
Mine is
Toby
too.
Hines. I didn't bring any. Directed by Toby Haynes and written by Tony Gilroy. Stars Dagan Luga as Cassian Andor. Dave Chapman as B2EMO. I don't think Brasso's in this one. Adrian as Bix. James McArdle as Tim with 2 M's.
Freaking Tim.
Freaking Tim.
Freaking Tim.
Kyle Suller as Cyril Karn. And then we got some new people.
Wait, so his name's Kyle too?
Is it? No, I don't think so. Is it?
You just said Kyle.
Yes, Kyle,
Yeah.
Kyle Suller. Yep.
So he just
He-
McLaughlin cloned himself and changed his last name like they'll never notice.
That's right.
Since we already got somebody playing Atreides. Ha
Fiona Shaw as Marva. Alex Ferns as Linus Mosk. And Stellan Skarsgård as Luthen Rail. They don't even say his name in this episode.
Yeah, no.
No.
All I know is Dr.
I di-
Selvig's in the.
I did
in the
not.
house.
I was like, he's the patriarch of,
Although he
of the
didn't
sexy
sing- he
man
didn't-
family.
right.
Although he didn't sing any
and
ABBA.
the it guy.
Right. Like, damn.
He needs
He's,
to,
his guy's kind of cute too. Like,
Well,
I'm not my, I'm straight, but
Right.
I'm like, if I wasn't, I'm just saying, I know what my type would be.
Oh, I do too now after watching Rings of Power. Dude, that elf,
yeah.
that's a good looking man. My wife and I turned to each other watching Rings of Power. Went, damn. The main
Yeah,
elf,
no, yeah, I know you're talking.
not
although-
Galadriel.
Yeah, although
She's
Galadriel.
I have a theory now of Lord of the Rings elves, by the way, and I don't know if it's appropriate to tell on a podcast.
But you're going to do it anyway.
I don't want to. I have a theory now that elves in Lord of the Rings don't have nipples.
Go on.
Okay. Have you watched Rings of Power yet?
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Okay, so you've seen Galadriel be in the water.
Yes.
Okay, drowning and being saved, right?
Mm.
Right.
And then just lying on the deck, just breathing
Right.
heavily.
Right.
Turkeys weren't done.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Gotcha.
turkeys. It wasn't like I wasn't going looking, but like that is usually something that happens to people that are under duress in potentially cold water.
Maybe she's wearing like very special.
She's not.
elven undergarments.
She's wearing very sheer white clothing,
Which
But
would
it's
make it more
elven clothing.
obvious.
which would make it very okay. However,
Look.
I have a second part
And,
to justify.
and
this.
there is, and that we know they're not. She's not wearing any mithril in this scene
Correct.
because of stuff that's later in the episode.
Okay.
part 2 of this, because that was my first note. I was like, she ain't got no nipples, right? As a joke. So Danny got the twin, or at least Beckett, watching Rings of Power, which then led into watching Fellowship, and then
Yeah.
Okay.
I was at work for Fellowships, but I came home and Beckett's like, can we watch 2 Towers? Absolutely. Yes, son, we can watch 2 Towers.
No
There-
child. You.
So
There you
there's a
go.
scene in 2 Towers where
I need you to watch Cagney and Lacey.
Aragorn first meets Eowyn, and she starts getting crushy puppy dog eyes on him,
Mhm.
and he doesn't know how to feel yet because and we start getting the flashbacks to him telling Arwen that she should move on
Right.
because there's no life for her.
Right.
There's a scene where she's wearing a sheer blue dress in that.
Okay.
You can see her skin of her arm through it, as well as everything else.
Sure.
She turns nothing. It is just a sheer skin tone. And I was like, I was right. There's nothing there. So,
and it's not even sharing the
because
same, and it's also not sharing the same lore because the movies and Rings of Power are not in the same.
Are you sure?
Yes, because because it's Amazon produced and they have different rights issues.
I'm pretty sure
because I can't remember which one is able to use the Silmarillion, but one of them was able to use it. I think it's the movies.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Because the Hobbit used it, and that's why the Hobbit's so extended.
So they used, for what I understand, all this backstory that they've used is from the trilogy and not the Silmarillion.
Yeah, because so Amazon can't do certain things that you would think they should be able to for the story.
Family's all fucked up.
Yeah,
whatever.
Right, but still, go watch those two things. And you'd be like, elves don't have nipples.
All right, so I'm gonna counter.
Okay.
I will say elves have nipples, and the reason why I think elves have nipples is because I think they would make clothing that would be like, if we don't need to show nipples, we won't show nipples. And the reason, my argument is, they made bread that you can nibble on, fill up your stomach. They're fucking magic. They can make anything.
Sure. However, counter.
Counter.
Have you ever seen an elf baby?
No.
Do you know if they breastfeed?
No.
Then you don't know if they need nipples.
True.
I'm just saying, I haven't seen an elf man.
Also, you could even if they needed like something.
I'm sure an elf's a mammal, though.
Well, but yeah.
I mean, they have hair.
That's not the qualifier.
Could be magical hair.
I mean,
hair isn't
because Galadriel's
suckling young is like what makes a mammal, right? That's the main thing, right?
But Galadriel's hair is magical, like, because she gives 3 to Gimli, and they're like never gonna break. So like they're different. They're elves.
I mean, they could just make food that provides the same sustenance
They could be like,
you would need.
Baby, lembas.
I can't chew it. Maybe like birds, they chew it.
Right?
Or you give like formula. You give them something similar to formula.
By the way, this is a Star Wars podcast.
Yeah. I told you.
Well, we talk all things nerdy.
That is true.
I'm just saying, elves don't
have nipples.
I'm gonna need proof.
That's near.
No, but like, watch next episode that I haven't seen yet of Rings of Power, and like,
because I'm
the
behind.
male elf is just gonna be like, for Bronwyn or whatever, he's gonna be like, oh, look at my, and I'm like,
yeah.
Maybe the males have nipples and the
females don't. There you go.
Maybe that's why Galadriel kept her age.
Man,
beauty.
if that happened, the troll side of the internet would lose their goddamn mind.
I would just.
Oh
my god!
I mean, they already are mad that there's black elves.
I know.
So
I need a black elf to breastfeed a white elf baby. Like, I need that right now. Oh yeah. That never happened. Why nosebleed?
Actually,
they're also mad about the dwarfs as well too in the show. Like nothing will.
I kind of want to create something that would piss people off like that.
Yeah,
I kind of want
just enjoy stuff.
I kind of
pumpkin spice.
As a writer, I kind of want to feed into that stuff on purpose, just to really twist the knife.
Did you see what Neil Gaiman said?
No.
Oh,
so people were upset about black actors being in the Rings of Power, and somebody's like, "Well, Neil no token. Let's see what Neil had to say." And Neil goes, "Here's a literal excerpt from the Silmarillion where he says Harfoots were browner of skin than regular hobbits." And he told Elon Musk to basically take a hike and that burn. Somebody was like, "That burn was better than the one to get to Mars or something." It's great.
Yeah.
All right.
I love Neil.
Are we ready?
Neil's good people. Welcome to my Star Wars life.
Andor days,
where we talk about Lord of the Rings.
Elf nipples.
Yeah.
Elf nipples.
It's going to be real hard for me not to name this episode Elf Nipples.
I don't see why.
Hell.
Yeah, YouTube's not going to get us in trouble for it.
No.
Nipple is a part of the body. It's okay. It's in textbooks.
Look, I try to keep the episodes to the title of what the episode's named, not the...
Yeah.
So...
So this is what The Way We Were. What was the name of this episode?
The Way We Were.
Yeah.
That would be me.
That would be me.
That would be me. Yeah.
That would be Nip.
That would be Nip. Elf nipples. We start in flashback as the Alpha children Ewok their way through the forest of Kenari, where they end up at a strip mine straight out of Enemy Mine. That's another movie.
I love that movie.
I love that movie too.
See, and that can tie into Rings of Power because the dude, Louis Gossett Jr., had a baby.
Right, he did have a baby, but he didn't breastfeed because they had to feed him like.
Well, it's because they were lizard people.
Right, but
Yeah.
I like Dennis Quaid trying to feed the babies. Like, I'm sorry, I can't go to get Gerber Drac baby food right now, so you got to eat this. But freaking love that movie. You've ever seen it? Enemy Mine's great.
It's so good.
In the present on Ferrex, there's a guy whose job is to be the official bell ringer.
I want that job so
I know, that
bad.
was cool. He climbs the tower, hits a large metal table with 2 hammers, letting people know that the day has ended.
I forgot. He hits it with style.
Oh yeah, he's got ritual.
Boom, boom.
And it matches to the background music.
Yeah, I dug.
The real question is though, what if he loses track of the time? Because it's his job to keep track of time for everybody.
But you know why I love that? Because in episode 1, when they first went to the planet Ferrex, I was like, I bet they make iron, right? Because Ferris and and then you had the dude basically Vulcan,
right?
The Roman god of the forge, or Greek, whichever Roman god of the forge. I was like, okay, so we do have a little bit of a Birmingham feel now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ferrex. They're backwards and don't tell time real well. That's right, Birmingham. I'm talking about you.
I like
Alabama, not England.
I like this. Probably England too. I like how this is. I like this kind of word building. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do.
It's a small mining company town.
It's pretty cool. All right, so
should just put Allentown in the opening credits.
So he climbs the tower and hits a large metal table with 2 hammers, letting people know that the day has ended. People go home. Vic sees the message from corporate that they're looking for a Canary mail and leaves the garage after telling Tim with 2 M's she wants to have dinner. Guess her plans have changed. Tim with 2 M's also sees the message after she leaves.
That's why you shouldn't check your girlfriend's text messages.
Right.
Cassian goes home to his Aunt Petunia.
Yep.
Okay, so it's really Marva Andor, but at least Cassian has a room and he doesn't have to sleep under the staircase. Thank you for the Harry. Look at me making Harry Potter.
There you go.
I'm proud of you.
I knew who that was. Actually, when I first saw her, I goes, "Is that the old lady from Phantom Menace?" It was like, Annie, the storm is coming.
Actually,
she died in 2017. I looked it up.
Yeah.
So Fiona Shaw.
Yeah, Fiona Shaw.
First thing I ever saw her in, and that's all. Yes, I know she was Aunt Petunia, and that's going to end up being her, biggest role.
That's going to be on her tombstone,
role, right? But the first thing ever, have you ever? I know you may have. You may not have. It's one of my favorite movies, and it is what gave me my love for Stanley Tucci. Is Undercover Blues.
Yep.
Okay. It's Dennis Quaid again, Kathleen Turner, Stanley Tucci, and Fiona Shaw's the bad guy.
Right. I remember that.
As a Russian spy mogul,
Undercover Blues is great.
It is one of it takes place in New Orleans and they shot on location. It is absolutely one of the funniest.
Are they spies, CIA or FBI?
I think they were CIA, but they're on vacation because they just had a baby.
Right, so they got the baby and it's like,
they have the baby, but they're still whipping everybody's ass.
Oh my god.
It's a good movie.
So funny.
It's a fun comedy. I'm surprised they haven't remade that.
I mean, it's 80s funny.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know why Disney Plus has not turned that into a series. I think it's a Touchstone film.
Is it? Yeah.
And so I don't know why they haven't put it into.
I would recommend it. Like if you got an hour and a half. I mean, it's not one of those very long movies. My name is Muerte. Hey, Morty. No, it's Muerte. But that's when I first saw Stanley Tucci.
Right.
And everything I've seen since, I'm like, hey, it's Morty. And I love him. And it's so anyway, that was my. Every time I see her in a thing, I'm like, I see her just covered in mud. I'm wrestling her with Kathleen Turner.
Right.
At a quarry.
Undercover Blues was MGM.
Okay. Cassian gives her a concocted story about where they've been, where he's been the last day, and she doesn't buy it because corporate sent out a message looking for Kasari mail. Well, guess who's Kasari? Yep, Cassian. But they've all lied and said he was born somewhere else. But she wonders what women he's told that he was Kasari to, because that's what he does.
That's the pillow talk.
Then he gets a message from Bix to meet him, and he leaves. Cassian meets Bix, and she tells her buyer's on the way, but he won't be here until tomorrow. She knows he's in some trouble, and he comes clean. He has to get money to get off planet for a while. Meanwhile, Tim with 2 M's has a few drinks and decides to drop the lime on Cassian after spying on him and Bix, which helps the corporate start to build a file on Cassian Andor.
Snitches.
Get stitches.
Because that was just pure drunken jealousy.
That was.
Because literally 5 minutes later,
He
he's
feels
like, oops.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah, I know.
Deputy Inspector Karn takes the info and summons Sergeant Linus Mosk,
Oh, my God.
an overzealous military type who wants to make the planets in the system understand who's in charge. He suggests 12 men come along, as well as Karn, to take down the criminals. After all, corporate security is the Empire's first line of defense, and the best way to sharpen a sword is to use it. Like, doesn't that make it dull? Anyway,
yeah.
Karn agrees. Bix goes to visit Tim with 2 M's. She can't sleep, and, well, that just she needs his help to do that. So brown chicken, brown cow.
Which is the first time in a visual Star Wars
Yep.
medium.
I don't think it was not a visual.
No, but it's the first time it's implied.
like
second time.
heavily.
When in a movie?
Not in a movie. Well, it's not a
Visual
movie.
me-
It's not a movie.
Well, okay.
Well,
in-
movie / TV show is what I mean when I say
Second
visual.
time.
When was the
What would you argue?
Rebel season 4, baby.
okay in live action then?
I wouldn't say that having a baby is not the same type of implication as we're going off to have sex
Like,
right
she's taking her
here.
clothes off.
I'm just saying that baby
That's
had
a
to come.
different type of
That
implication.
baby had to come somewhere.
You don't know how Twi'leks
I mean, by that-
They might not have nipples.
Well, then by that logic, episode 3 is the
I take
first
that back.
time.
Ula had them.
Well, see, I figure they have sex between 2 and 3, right?
Yeah,
Like after 2, of course they have sex, right? Because that's how honeymoons work.
yeah.
On our planet.
But when I say heavily implied, I mean, they're about to do it right there
Right.
in front of
Right.
us if the cutaway
If
didn't
the
happen.
camera didn't pan away. But I do take back the Twi'lek thing because Ula, there's the slip
Yeah,
in episode 4.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, at least in the
The
original.
fanboys are like, no, we have proof.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
One of my first exposures.
So after brown chicken, brown cow, we flash back to the Alpha children coming across the wreckage of the ship. A teenage girl is leading the group. Then back to the flashbacks are so fast. Outside Ferric space, Bix's buyer arrives and secretly lands outside the city. He walks toward the city and checks it out with his electromonoculars. The next morning, our favorite bellman wakes the city with his hammer, just as he announced at the end of the day previously. The sound of the hammer to metal table rings throughout the town. Bix wakes up at Tim's with 2 M's and asks for calf, which I think this is the first live action look at coffee.
Yes, because I think it's been mentioned recently, but yeah, it's the first time in live action.
Yeah, coffee calf was used in Rebels.
Yeah.
And so because they like drinking coffee and they had to come
Did
over
they
there.
not talk about it at Texas?
I'm double checking
Java
right
juice,
now.
I know, is at Texas.
Java juice
Okay.
is mentioned, which is a alcoholic beverage.
Right.
I thought they just rang some Jawas.
They're squeezable.
They are squeezable. They spent the night together, and Tim didn't sleep much. Apparently,
Good for him.
good for him.
Way to go, Stan.
Then we got to Cassian talking to B2EMO and about Marva's credits, but Cassian says they don't want anyone to find her credits. Plus, the less BT knows, the better. Marva is now looking for B2 at her house, and since he was with Cassian, he's not there. She goes into Cassian's room and finds this staff weapon from what he had when he was a kid, and we enter another flashback. The Alpha kids look at the wreckage with the teenage girl in lead. She examines the body on the ground, and another guy in a jumpsuit with a separatist symbol on it draws his weapon and kills her. The other tribal kids blow dart this guy to death.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
Like it takes a lot of blow darts. They fuck that guy up.
Yeah. I would imagine it only has like a small amount of like whatever extra thing they might have put on it.
They gave it all to that
Yeah.
guy. The grieving kids carry their fallen leader home, but Cassian stays behind to investigate the ship. Back in the present, Cassian tries to book passage on a friend's transport, and as long as it's quiet and fast, it's going to cost. Cassian agrees, but he's going to need to get the rest of the money, and off he goes. The security team is in hyperspace on the way. Karn gives a weird but inspirational speech.
Which, honestly, the speech is fine. If he was just louder and more confident about it,
Right.
it would have been
Yeah,
good.
He's like, I guess we're gonna go do some stuff because
He-
he's so headstrong the rest of the time. But I guess he
Public
did not-
speaking,
He
right.
didn't take speech.
He's
Yeah.
a space pussy. All right. Or a flesh lightsaber.
That's the kind of speech that it's honestly.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
No.
It's honestly the speech that would have worked as a rebel more than it does here.
Right.
Maybe that's his turn. That's where they're going to turn him there because he's bad at public speaking, but he's a really good rebel. Bix's contact takes a hover bus. I love hover buses into the city and is chatted by a guy who deals in ion engines and tells him, "If it's not found here, it's not worth finding." We cut to Cassian Andor walking through the city. Credits.
I would like to talk about
Take the world to
sergeant
sing
guy.
in perfect harmony.
Karn's,
Sorry.
Karn's buddy.
Karn's buddy. The super-
Linus.
Yeah.
Linus.
If there's ever been a personification of somebody who didn't ever join the military, but
Right.
really wanted to, and is really good at paintball,
Yeah.
I swear to God, like this guy was just like
that guy's straight up meal team 6.
Yeah.
that's so mean, but I love it.
He's straight up meal team 6.
Oh no! But
Right.
yeah, like he's so gung ho, and I bet he's never fired a shot.
Yeah, this
in
is a
anger
guy
in
who
his
has
life.
not. Yeah, this is a guy who has probably
I bet-
never.
Like I haven't seen. I don't know what happens in episode 3 yet. I don't know if they make it, if there's any kind of firefight, but I bet he freezes up like a bitch.
We'll see.
And also, like, on top of that, like, they mentioned that this is another time where they've tried to convince Silas to go, "Hey, ignore this. You should stop while you're ahead." Because when he's talking to the computer team, they're like, "Oh yeah, we have jurisdiction there, but we don't go there."
Right.
Yeah, they have a thing they do, and
They do their own thing. We let them do
We're
it.
gonna get hit with a hammer.
So we're not going there. And he's like, no, 2 people were murdered, and we're gonna find out who. I'm like, no, he got killed. Difference.
Yeah.
Difference.
So I kind of love though when like bad guys are told consistently that their plan is bad.
Right. Because
And-
then karma
yeah,
ish.
karma happens
Yeah.
usually.
But I think
Return.
I think the sergeant dude, the Linus, is a pretty good counterpart though.
No, he's like, I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Like
like,
if
he's
you-
doing it. Like, the actor's
like if
doing
you need
great
a good-
job.
It's what you expect.
If
Yeah.
you need a good toady, he's a
That
really good toady.
character's amazing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hating on him.
Right.
I'm just saying he's such a tryhard. Like, I've seen
He's-
those people in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy who wanted to join the Empire but couldn't pass the PT test.
Right.
And they're like, well, you can go work at
You can go
Microsoft.
be a security guard for Microsoft.
Honestly, these are the people who wanted to be military but are cops.
Oh, all cops are bastards.
Oh.
Is that my mama?
Yeah, yeah,
My mama was a cop too.
yeah.
so.
No. But we're talking about because
No, I know,
it's there.
I know.
All space
It's in the
cops are
text.
bastards.
It's
How
in the
about-
text.
ASCAP?
ASCAP. That makes sense.
All space cops are bastards.
Yeah, even Nova Corps.
That's Marvel, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that is.
It's like I keep
They
jumping
got
on
the same. They got the same
They
color.
were the same uniform. They were very, very close.
Yeah.
John C. Reilly.
I don't know though. That got his partner, even though he died in the first
Man.
film. He's still. But yeah, back to Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Going back to the children to the flashbacks. I think so. The flashbacks make more sense once we hit episode 3.
Okay.
I think the way they're cut, anyways,
Right.
because I think Gilroy watched Arrow.
I didn't, so that won't help me.
Just because he's trying to have a story that's similar.
Semi-linear. Okay.
Yeah,
So
like
we get background on the planet in 2. We get the fact that it was an imperial mining colony until a disaster happened, and then
we're in the present day we're on a mining planet
right. No. That's the
because Ferrix does mining.
no Ferrix does salvage.
Oh yeah, salvage.
They're
You're right.
salvage.
Yeah,
They're
it's more like
salvages.
that planet from Jedi Fallen Order.
or where Bill Burr was imprisoned at, or
So real quick, the mine.
Yes,
When I saw the steps.
the strap mining.
it made me think of Yavin for a minute.
It made I could see the ziggurat or whatever, but it made me think of that episode of Bad Batch. Wasn't there an episode of Bad Batch where they were imprisoned and they?
Don't they go to Kessel?
No, there was like.
Because it reminded me of Kessel.
It was like cliffs.
Yeah.
They had was it Rebels? I'm thinking.
It might have been.
Maybe it's Rebels where they're had to fly around.
Oh, where the dark beasts Sabine's all like, that's first season. Sabine's all like, why don't you let me talk to Fulcrum? And like, why are you going on these secret missions? I'm going along with you. And then they fight the dark beast, and then they're they only attack in the dark, and they're vicious. No. And then like 2 episodes later, that's where Ezra goes to the dark side.
No. It's okay. Rex is captured, and is it Rex? Somebody's captured, and another one of the. It's got to be Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Because
was it Wrecker captured?
No, but I remember.
Because I know Wrecker's.
Wrecker's
chip goes off at some point later.
But another one's going crazy, like somebody we knew.
Yeah, there's the
no. So the one of the main bad guys is already Crosshair.
Right, but like,
and then
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Helping.
Oh,
yes, Bad Batch. Let me find the
Crosshair, but his chip's going haywire, but he still gets his ass kicked by the Bad Batch.
I know what you're talking about. I think
but they were in like prison in a
pyramid
or it was like a mine. There's
because they take the mine car.
Yeah, but I swear to God that was the flashback it gave me.
Yeah,
and I'm making sure it wasn't.
I'm trying to figure it out too.
What's the name of that planet?
Oh, they were on Ord Mantell.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found it. It's in the episode guides for Infested.
Yeah, Infested. That's what I was looking at.
But what's the name of the Cassian's planet?
That is
Feist.
No. It's Canary.
Canary. Yeah, sorry.
Camino Canary.
Yeah. So I think the flashbacks work in the sense of they tell a congruent story. I think weirdly. Yeah.
They're just arbitrary. They seem like
where are all the adults?
That's what they're gonna. I think they're dead.
I think the mining disaster go.
Yeah. I think whatever happened,
so
it killed them. I think Republic.
Every single one.
Yeah.
You don't have a shopkeeper, a doctor. Like, I'm wondering if the Empire came down and murdered all the adults.
Except the Empire doesn't exist yet.
The adults, and when?
Because Cassian's old enough to have been around for the Clone Wars, which is why we see the Separatist logo on those guys.
Somebody comes and murders all these.
Which I think, when we talk about episode 3, because I don't want to reveal anything on that.
Okay,
I do have a theory about that Separatist logo.
Well, we see the Separatist logo this episode.
Yeah, but I have a theory because in episode 3 they confirmed that the ship is not Separatist.
Yeah.
I think there was some Black Ops stuff going down. I think that those supposed Separatists were Republic. But they were doing something they probably shouldn't have. So they were like, what if we disguise ourselves as Separatists doing it? So that way, if we get busted.
Okay, so how old is Cassian in this episode? In the
flashbacks?
No, in the show.
Oh, in the show? He's 20 something. He's like a little bit younger than me during this.
It's like 25.
Yeah.
Right?
Something like that.
25. So
which would be
so this is Empire.
Yeah. Hold on. Because episode 3 makes it. I know. All I'm gonna say is it makes it clear that this has to be during the Republic era.
I don't remember. We'll talk about it off air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because hold on, I'm pulling up the info. But we can keep talking while I'm doing that. I'm having to pull up his Wikipedia.
I'm looking for the line from Rogue One because he talks about it.
He says he's been in this fight since he was 6 years old and that he fought his parents were Separatists.
Interesting. I gotta go back and watch Rogue One. I don't like Rogue One, so
watched it again like 3 weeks ago.
I just don't like it. So I don't like. Well, it's fine. That's like, but not liking it's not fair. But I've seen it, and it's like I'm like,
okay, he was born 26 BBY.
So he's born before the Empire.
A good bit before the Empire, like
13 years. Look, we're 13 years into it now. That's where.
And he was about 13 in those flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 or 14 because if we're 5 before Battle of Yavin, and Luke is 19. Luke and Leia are born the day after him. They're a day younger than Ezra, who was born on Empire Day.
But he's 7 years older than them. So
he was born 7 years before. So, but if he's 7 years older,
Then when he's 6.
but he's not 6 in the. What I'm trying to get at in the flashbacks, he's not 6.
No, I know.
So
Yeah.
he's about 12.
he's,
So it has to be Empire era.
Right, something
but it's
happened 6
but
years
it's not.
Well, it can't be the Civil War.
It has to be during, because why else would people be using the Separatist logo during the Empire?
Because if they haven't changed uniforms, they're probably still separatists in the.
No, because remember, Anakin gets rid of all the leadership,
He kills the leadership.
and they basically, once the leadership's dead, there is no.
Yeah, but there are alien and human people who are among so they're. I bet they're like.
Tell you what.
I bet they're the. I bet you that's the base of the rebellion.
I shut you down. I'll shut this down real quick.
Yeah.
I bet you go out right here in this town.
Well,
and
that's-
find out somebody that still has Civil War sympathy.
Yeah, well,
Might be in this parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a Piggly Wiggly bus.
There's a wrestling show going on right now.
Roll Tide.
I walked out there. I was like, "What in the? I love my cousin is going on."
I
out
think
here.
I think where the issue lies in this conversation is that they gave us the 5 BBY, but they aren't giving us the year for this.
Well, see, I'm just trying to do the math.
We're trying to extrapolate.
I'm trying to show you.
Yeah.
So if Cassian is 25, we don't know this for fact, but let's say
Yeah.
he's 25, and then if he's 12,
He'd be 20 actually, or 21. 21.
all right,
He'd be
so-
21
all right, so he's younger. I don't know.
because he was born in 26 BBY.
Right.
It's 5 BBY, so
Okay.
26 minus 5.
21. So yeah, so 12. So it's 8 years prior. It's still Empire time though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still Empire time.
and of course, since this is all still new stuff, Wikipedia might not have anything to
Yeah,
help
it's-
me out with that.
I still think it's the. I think it's the Empire.
Guess what? Let's keep watching and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the Empire because if that's the
Wow.
case,
Episode 3, I'm saving $1
You're saving $1.
yeah, why?
because episode 3 is going to prove me right.
So you'll have $1?
No, I'm going to throw that $1 here.
No one's gonna place a bet with you.
You have future knowledge. Hey Biff, I know you have that sports book. but
He has the same knowledge as me, and he forgot.
I did because I'm like, because frankly, spoiler, it wasn't that interesting. So
What, 3? Okay.
I thought 3 was
You-
where
but,
everything comes together.
to be fair, there's not a thing you don't like.
But I think 3 is where this show
He
really
doesn't like golf cats. Did you tell you that?
Did he? Out.
Haha.
I'm more of a-
pay $1.
I'm more of a Lost Wolf guy.
Oh,
We have those over there too.
I thought they were crystal wool. What are they? They're
No,
called.
No, that's something else. That's
on
Last
that's a
Jedi.
crate.
Oh yeah.
It's his favorite movie. That's his favorite animal.
See, I didn't want to fight about anything like that.
I didn't bring it up.
You did though.
I didn't bring it up as a fight. I just was like,
The way you threw that though.
because it is your favorite movie.
But it's the tone.
It is snarky.
Did you see the comic I sent through the other day? It's 2 dudes. Like one guy's like, I really enjoyed The Last Jedi, and the second guy's like, really? Huh? I didn't like it that much. But we're adults and we're allowed to have our own opinion.
Yeah.
So I respect yours. And then there's like a panel with a guy in the background going, "That's not how this works."
No.
And from the producer's like, "Yup."
Yeah.
OJ Chase, man. OJ Chase. OJ Chase. OJ Chase and After Effects layup. Man. My problems with Last Jedi. I've mentioned this 1,000 times
Yeah.
on the show.
I just don't know what. I don't
OJ,
The-
I know what he means.
So my 2 biggest
He
issues.
doesn't like the space chase.
The three big issues.
Yeah.
I'll do 3. One.
OJ.
The
Yeah.
OJ Simpson chase. So the space chase that
Just run down A1A or not A1A.
it's just like right. And then 2, Leia's survival looks like it was done After Effects. It's just like they took a still of her and just went over.
Yeah.
I don't care. I think it's great that she used the force. Yeah, that happened. I'm not against that.
I
I just think it looked dumb.
I mean,
a bird doing that into hyperspace to blow up the dreadnought. Is the
Best thing ever. See, that's
Yeah.
a better movie. And then I don't like Canto Blight
No,
because
I agree.
and then
Because why?
because I'd rather watch Maz Kanata, who's probably having the best time ever. That looks like a movie I want to watch.
Yes, Double O Kanata.
Right? I'm all in that.
I want a picture of now.
There are things in it I do like.
Yeah.
There's a
yeah,
picture
no,
of,
we've talked about it.
Oh, what's his name in real life? David Strathairn.
Mm.
I just want him put.
Yeah.
That's Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Maz Kanata.
But yeah, I mean, we've talked about it, and we already.
Oh, we beat.
I've
the
already.
horse.
Yeah, I've come to the
Super
consensus that I like it, you don't like it, and I don't mind that.
60% like
Yeah.
it. I've always said I'm 60% like
Yeah.
it.
I'm like 30% like it.
Like, and I know I'm not going to change it. So, and
But that's why I said that.
Yeah,
It's a shit
'cause-
review. I was like, it's okay that you don't have the same opinion.
yeah,
No. I see Drew. Drew is the one in the background
But
going,
it's funny. The
It-
more I think about it, the more I like it compared to like Rise of Skywalker.
well, yeah, and I like it more than Rise of Skywalker. Although I've
But
come to like Rise of
I'd
Skywalker.
flipped it. I had like when I saw Rise of Skywalker, I was like, this was okay. Can I kind of see what they were trying to do?
Mhm.
And then now, like,
My problems lie. See, Rise of Skywalker points out the flaws with J.J. Abrams' style of filmmaking. That I realize that's the parts I don't like about the sequels are the Abramsisms.
I'm with you on that. However, that being said, 3PO is not anywhere funnier than he is in that.
Yeah,
damn
that's
movie.
and I rewatched Rise of Skywalker, and I like it as an adventure movie. It does a great job of being an adventure movie.
It's not a bad robot.
Yeah,
It's not a bad.
yeah,
robot.
it's not a bad robot.
Is this a? That's a bad joke. I was gonna.
Not gonna let
I do like.
Yeah.
Is this the afterlife? Are we supposed to be here?
Yeah.
Are we allowed here? Is the? Oh, it's so funny.
Back to Andor.
Oh yeah.
So likes, don't likes.
This was okay.
I like
I mean, who doesn't?
She's not in it a lot. I mean,
She's
she's
not.
a little bit.
I mean, she's just there.
I don't like Tim.
No, Tim's a douche. Tim is a jealous
Tim is a
new
snitch.
boyfriend, and that's the thing. He is a new boyfriend that
Checks her phone
his
messages.
girlfriend / booty call.
Yeah.
Like weekly booty call because we've established that it's not Thursday or whatever.
Yeah, right.
You said we were only doing this once a week. Well, I'm horny, bitch. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, but so it shows that the power dynamic in any kind of relationship
Mhm.
has changed
Right.
from the past.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, no, he isn't that typical. They don't have a title. They're just sort of seeing each other.
Yeah, because I think even in episode 1, they clarified that they're not official.
Right. So he's that jealous, trying to have mark her as territory.
But she's not ready for that step.
But even though her just best friend is Cassian,
Right.
Yeah.
who there's no threat there.
Mhm.
He's saving himself for what's her name?
Jen.
Jen. So anyway,
You just met this girl. I don't care. I'm gonna die with her.
right. But
Oh, Rogue One.
but he's got those inadequacy jealous feelings.
Right.
Mhm.
So enough that he's checking her messages. He's man.
Following her around.
She said she didn't want to meet with me, but she's having dinner with her best friend. I'm getting him sent to prison.
Yeah.
Oh wait, she
That's-
came over to get this deed.
Now
I
I-
guess I feel bad.
Yeah.
But I won't tell her because I've got calf.
Yeah.
I won't tell her I have cap, and I still want to, hit that.
Yeah.
I want that exclusive.
And then we're going to get more of the dynamic between Cassian and Merva, but I like that dynamic as well as and Petunia.
Yeah. I like her a lot. She's really good in this.
Like she's obviously adopted.
Right. Yeah.
He's adopted, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and
like
they faked the paperwork to say he was born on Fest.
I like Stellan Skarsgård's walking stick that I thought was a lightsaber at first because it has a lightsaber handle and then it's
Yeah.
like a walking stick and I'm like that's dope. Yeah, it's like it looks like a lightsaber handle. And it's like
I
I was
mean,
like
which makes sense based on what we've seen in the trailer
I
of
was like-
other things he has.
I was like that's dope as hell.
because in the trailer we see he owns some other things like
I don't.
yeah.
Watch a lot of the trailers other than I don't pick apart trailers. Like I'll watch a trailer. Be like, "Ooh, that looks cool. I can't wait." But I like to. I enjoy
Yeah.
it.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
So,
In that case I won't.
But I'm also on the internet, so the internet tells me. So it's just like
Yeah. That's where I end up getting a lot of my knowledge too.
Yeah, it's TikTok.
TikTok and YouTube.
I liked it. I liked it. I
You're also old.
It's true. I am old.
Nobody else has seen season 1 of South Park anymore.
Oh yeah. I liked it.
I know. But it's like my jokes are old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, Grandpa.
Yeah, exactly.
Giddy.
I'm gonna go yell at the sky.
No Popeye.
Right. I forgot the rest of that scene though.
Yeah, it gets dark. Yeah, it does.
Anyway.
Have you been watching South Park lately?
I still have not watched Streaming Wars, but I've watched everything up
The
to
Streaming
that.
Wars stuff is really, really funny.
I like the big reveal of Token isn't Token, he's Tolkien.
Tolkien, and so
Because it turns out his parents are big J.R.R. Tolkien fans.
Oh, nice.
and Stan thought he was Token the whole time, and it's like, no, you're the racist. It's funny when Cartman reveals, like, even Cartman knew, and it's
Yeah.
like it's
It's why would we think that the one black guy at our school was named Token?
this is shit funny. But the Stream War stuff, I highly recommend it. Smile spoiler alerts: Cartman gets tits, and it's the funniest damn thing I've ever seen. And the reason why Cartman gets tits is also funny.
Okay.
And so it's just like Cartman gets tits, and then like they make it a big point in the episode, in the movie, and I'm like, fucking great. So we know that Cartman has nipples, but
Yeah,
elves don't.
but no
Right.
elves.
Well, Cartman's obviously not an elf.
Yeah.
Could be a chunky boy elf.
Have you ever seen a chunky elf?
Not yet. I'm kind of feeling discriminated against. They should have some chunky elves.
We'd just be dwarves.
I don't want to be a dwarf. Live underground.
Got any fun facts?
No, I could not find any fun facts outside the fact that the big thing for this show is that it's not shot on the volume. It's shot.
Yeah.
Everything's sets.
Yep.
Dude, where do they find all that junk?
Probably right outside.
Pinewood is where there's where the rest of Star Wars have been filmed.
Oh.
England?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're still not too. Yeah.
So or post Brexit, there's
Yeah.
just junk everywhere.
There's junk
Yeah.
everywhere.
Nice, got it.
Well, the Queen's dead, so she's probably got some stuff.
Pretty sure this was filmed before that.
I don't know.
Just saying.
Yeah, because I think there.
Brought to you live from Brexit post Queen.
I don't know how TV works, man. Don't just.
and
I don't believe you.
we need you know what? Now we need a Star Wars show that's just shot live.
But it'd be like live PD. So
We'd have to do that cheers. We did have to do that Star Wars cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
There you go.
Dude, makeup would suck.
Episode.
So I just want to be
Yeah.
human. I'll wear a funny outfit. And
Yeah.
be like Grief Cargo. Hey, Mando!
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
I'm sleepy. I'm sorry.
He's tired.
This
Dude.
is a
Yeah.
long weekend.
He's
Happy early birthday.
Thank
Yes.
you.
By then, I guess it's after your birthday. Good month.
Yeah,
Because this is Tuesday.
episode 1 would have been your birthday.
Hey, it was my birthday last episode.
And we
Yeah.
forgot. So
yeah, because it's tomorrow, yesterday, today.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
Happy birthday.
It's Schrodinger's birthday.
Seriously, happy birthday. I
Yeah.
love you.
Thank you. I love you.
And not your
Because-
birthday, but I also love you.
Yeah.
Because we actually hadn't had a show, but yours was last month.
Right. Mine was
So
last
happy
month.
birthday to you,
Oh.
belated from the show.
Oh, thank you.
We love you.
Oh,